is
Zaza.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Whipper.
Happy Monday, guys. It's Fitzy and Whipper podcast. Welcome. We were two single dads over the weekend looking after the kids.
How loose was it?
Both of our wives went away on a girls' weekend. I want to talk about my wife went on a Mum's Gone Wild. 300 mums from the one school, all going to Dubbo.
My God. Lock up your sons.
It's crazy.
I mean, did your wife get on a BMX bike at all? And
Yep. She went out to the
Fall off?
farm, erected a couple of fences.
did she go to the zoo?
No, she ended up... Oh, you're going to hear it soon, but she ended up at the Dubbo Maccas.
Okay.
But got locked into the Dubbo Maccas.
Oh, my God.
She was too scared to leave. That's coming up in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
How did you go, mate?
So over the weekend... Oh, yeah. Okay, so you're a single dad on the weekend, weren't
Yeah,
you?
we were. And you know what? We got to send a photo from the airport because both the wives bumped into each other.
That's
one
right.
heading to Dubbo, one heading to Bris Vegas.
Yeah, you wrote a very interesting reply on that one.
I don't remember what I wrote.
Yeah.
Something to do with girls'
My
weekend.
wife was a bit confused with that one as well.
Oh, you
Do you know
pig.
what? I said to Lisa when she got home last night, "How was your Saturday? How was all the girls in
Yeah.
Brisbane?" She said, "Oh, it was great. We just sat around and spoke about ex-boyfriends."
Yeah.
Oh, man, really? Is
Well,
that-
Lisa went out with that hot
No, the guy that
lawnmower
mowed-
guy.
yeah, he was good rig.
So anyway, this is my wife over the weekend. It was mums from school. It was Mums Gone Wild. Sarah, I'm not joking. 300 mums in Dubbo.
What?
What do you mean?
300 descended onto Dubbo.
Was it a mum's festival?
It was crazy.
Is this for Huey's school?
Yes.
Yeah,
so,
right.
So this is like a social thing, and you know what? The social side of things is real. There's always something going on.
Hang
and
on a minute.
The dads do it in October
Are you telling me 300 mums from the one school?
from the
Yeah.
one school, mate.
And why Dubbo?
Oh, my God.
And it was I think they just want to
picked
get
a
away.
spot. Yeah.
The young farmers would have had a field day.
This is the
Yeah.
thing. They ended up at the old Bank Hotel.
Jeez.
So they were in the front bar drinking.
They would have drained that. A lot of country pubs couldn't hold up 300.
So I do love these stories. Mum's Gone Wild. Because, I mean, we've all had those moments when you get away from the family for the weekend, you let your hair down. And you know, BJ's got some really close friends that went to primary school with her and that as well. So I think they just enjoy getting away from
Yep.
us for the
Yep.
weekend and the kids.
Selfish.
So it all started Friday morning, so they're on the Champers at 10 a.m. in the
Awesome.
morning at the airport. So you can imagine how loose it's getting in Dubbo.
Go, mums, go.
This is the other thing as well, though. She said they went there, 300 mums, and it was at this function centre, and she said the food was okay, but we didn't really eat too much. And then afterwards, 10 o'clock, we went back to the old Bank Hotel, and she said about 10:30 we were ready to go home, but we were starving, so we thought we'd just pop into the Dubbo Maccas.
Oh,
What's going on in there?
yeah.
Hanging out in the car park.
Oh, this is the thing. They didn't get home till about 1 because they were trapped in the McDonald's
What do you mean?
in Dubbo because there was a local gang that were waiting for them outside.
What do you mean? What are they waiting to get out of them?
Awesome.
Well, she said we went in there and we were having such a great night and we walked in and she said we were laughing with each other about what had happened that night, and she said there was a group of locals who thought they were laughing at them.
Oh.
So then BJ said, I'm not joking. One girl came up to me and she's having a go at me. What are you laughing at? She said, oh, no, nothing. Nothing. We've been to a function. And then these kids were waiting outside for them. And one of the employees at Maccas said, yeah, they're really well known in the area, these kids.
They're known to attack. They're known to attack mums that come to town.
BJ thought she was going to get knifed. So
Get
she
into
had
a
to
knuckle.
hang out at Maccas in Dubbo for an hour and a half before the Uber picked them up.
Has she ever been in a rumble, BJ? I mean, could she have gone out there on behalf of the girls and thrown a couple of haymakers
I don't think she can.
Oh, yeah. BJ could hold her own, for sure, I reckon.
in a high heel?
Yeah.
Why didn't they call the cops?
Yeah.
So
Well,
you got to smuggle us out of here. We've
it
got
was-
trapped mums.
Well, the employee said, just wait for your Uber. As soon as the Uber comes, just go straight to Uber, you should be fine. And I think these kids, by that time, they'd had enough and gone home.
There's a movie in that. Mums trapped in Maccas.
I just, you know what the other thing as well? I can't believe there's mums out there vaping. There's quite a few mums vaping.
On the vape.
Oh, I love
Mate,
how
the
mums
fact
are
that
vaping.
they've gone from a dinner to the pub,
Which
vaping, and then to Maccas and nearly in a fight.
I do love it. I
Dubbo
love
at
it.
its best.
It's just brilliant. How did you go with the kids? Were you okay?
Well, the funny thing was, you and I when I saw you on Saturday night. I said, how'd you fill in time today? And you went, we went to the movies. And I went, so did we. What did you see? That dog film.
Yeah, the DC Super Pets.
Yeah.
With Dr. Chris Brown and Julia Morris.
Yeah.
They got quite a few
Yes,
lines.
they were guinea pigs in it.
Yes.
We left before the end.
It was okay.
Only
You
'cause the-
two stop.
You know-
Only because the kids were playing up. We had to get out of there. I couldn't keep Francesca in a seat. It was a nightmare. I just wanted a choc top. I was slightly hungover because I'd had Friday night on the couch by myself.
We were quite productive. Lenny learnt how to play Still Dre by Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on the keyboard.
Saw that. That was great.
It was a great effort.
Mate, we did a bit of Lego, a bit of colouring in, watched some Shrek.
Yep.
You know.
I'd love to hear your kids review the weekend versus you review.
Oh, you know what I do every night when I go to bed and I put the kids to bed? I say, hey, thanks for a fun day. That was fun, wasn't it? Hoping that even if it's crap, the last thought will be, oh, if Dad said it was fun, it must be fun.
That'll turn it
Trying
around.
to still, as the last
you're
9
gaslighting
seconds,
your kids.
as their eyes are closing, I just want to still convince them that it was a fun weekend.
Well done. How good is exploring our amazing backyard again?
And ticking off all the big Aussie things, pineapples, bananas, melons.
For hearing you say that makes me hungry.
Head to whatif.com and start planning your big Aussie adventure.
What if it's Aussie for travel? We need to talk about the AFL finals over the weekend. And I mean, the finals altogether. NRL was unbelievable as well. Sin bin Sunday yesterday, 7 sin bins, 5
Unbelievable.
concussions. It was crazy, that Rabbitohs-Roosters game. It was out of control. But I want to focus on an AFL game on Friday night where the Brisbane Lions knocked off the Melbourne Demons, and it was probably the biggest underdog story of the year. Brisbane Lions were expected to get absolutely flogged by the Demons. They're the premiership winners from last year, Sarah, and it was down in Melbourne. I mean, you've got 70,000 people there supporting Melbourne, hardly any Brisbane supporters, and they thought they were going to get flogged. Brisbane got up. It was an amazing underdog win, and everyone was supporting after the game. Now, Brian Taylor, he does this thing called Roaming Brian after the game, and he goes down into the change rooms. And I want you to listen very closely. He gets down there for the first time. They cross to Brian, and there's a madman in the change rooms of the Brisbane Lions.
Yeah.
And he's screaming out. Listen very closely what he's screaming out. And then Brian's trying to work out, who is this guy and how did he sneak into the rooms?
There's this guy here going a little bit berserk at the moment, not sure who he is. Daniel Rich, as we see, watch this guy. Who is that guy?
That's Cam Rayner's old man.
That's Cam Rayner's old man.
It was one of the players' dads.
Get a dog up, yeah?
Can you listen to it?
Rich, as we
Get it. He was screaming out a song and
Wow.
yelling out, "Get a dog up!" Yeah.
So he sat in the stand and knocked back a couple of skewies. He's on fire.
It
The
reminded
Lions have
me.
got up.
I mean, I had a bit of a chuckle, but it reminded me of my old man who, when I played my first game, he drove from Adelaide up to Sydney, and at quarter time, Sarah, the quarter time speech, he thought that fans could jump the fence and go and listen to the coach's address at quarter time. I'm not joking.
What, so he ran onto the field?
This is Mick Fitzgerald. He jumps the fence at quarter time and starts walking out. A security guard comes over and goes, "Excuse me, sir, you're not allowed out on the ground."
Awesome.
Dad tells him to F off and says, "That's my son playing right there. You can't tell me what to do." Dan, the security guard, freaked out and said, "No worries." Dad went out and listened to the quarter time address and was just standing next to the team. I didn't see him.
Oh, my God.
I was entrenched with the coach. I was watching
Yeah.
his eyes.
Then
I
there's
found out
Dad.
afterwards that Dad jumped the fence, and then he just jumped the fence again and was told by another security guard, "You're not allowed to do that again, sir. You can't do that at the ground."
That's my son.
Dad thought it was country football.
Amazing.
Isn't that beautiful? I mean, my auntie, my cousin, played a bit of state rugby, and she was famous for being over concerned about him physically on the field.
Squeal.
Yeah, and she ran onto the field when a fight broke out. Quite literally ran onto the field, yelling, "Get your hands off my son! He's bleeding! Get your hands off my son!"
See, this is great. This
Mum,
is what
you're never coming to a game again.
I'm looking for
That's it.
over-enthusiastic parents that embarrassed you with your sporting career.
Tommy, did your mum and dad ever turn up to orienteering
Very good. Very good.
or chess club?
No, that was I was.
Remember when they you lost the compass once, Tom?
Yeah,
You landed on it.
You didn't get your card stamped, did you? What score did you you go to again?
St. Bede's, mate. Different spelling. Move on.
right.
Yeah.
Couple of weird
Tom's
sports
facing
going on.
north. I think Tom just
Tom.
lay on the ground. Yeah, that's northwest. 200 metres. Jesse and Cronulla's giving us a call. What happened when Dad got involved at soccer, Jess? What happened?
So he was standing on the sideline watching it. I think my brother was in about year 9. Like, it was nothing serious. And he was he usually stands on the other side of the field to get away from the parents, because he doesn't want anything to do with over-enthusiastic parents. So he stood on the other side of the field. And he was next to a bunch of Cranbrook parents. I won't tell you what school we were at, but it was Cranbrook parents. And there's this poor kid in year 11 or something reffing the game. And the Cranbrook parents were absolutely giving the kid so much heat. So Dad went over to the parents and said, "Do you guys mind? Like, this is just a kid's soccer match. There's nothing serious going on here. There's not obviously Ronaldo on the field." And he ended up getting beaten up by the Cranbrook parents with an umbrella.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, well,
You're kidding
I don't
me.
know if you know the Cranbrook parents, well, they'll bring an umbrella anywhere so they can practice their golf shots on the sideline.
Oh, my God. I mean, they would have had a few
Yes,
Pops
Jess.
Collars and a few R.M. Williams there too, Jess.
A few puffy jackets there as well, Jess.
Yeah, a few puffy vests, a couple of umbrellas in the sun. It's like, and he ended up getting called to the judiciary and having to explain himself about how he got beaten up with an umbrella at a kid's soccer match.
Isn't that amazing? There was one the other day where a kid was hit playing footy and the coach from the other team ended up walking out onto the ground because he yelled out to the other coach saying, "Drag your player." This is like under 13s. Yeah. "Drag your player
Who's
now,
too dirty.
who's just king hit one of the kids. Drag him now." And he wouldn't. So this coach walked out into the middle of the field, "Stop the game. Stop. No, umpire, stop the game.
We're not playing.
Drag that kid or it's not happening." They need to be taught a lesson. You can't play like that. And the coach then took the kid off and then it started again.
Oh, wow.
What a moment.
It actually worked.
What a moment.
Right, we're looking for over-enthusiastic parents. Did you have one as a child? We want to hear from you. Belinda in Bellevue Hill, what happened at your daughter's swimming carnival?
So it was my daughter's year 2 swimming carnival, and my husband has a very distinctive Canadian voice, and it was an internal, it was an inside swimming pool, and he barracks for every child so loudly that the headmistress gave him a good effort participation ribbon for enthusiastic participation.
So what?
It was unbelievable.
More than just your kid, he's an all-rounder, is he?
Everyone, every single kid in the pool is cheering, barracking.
Do you know what? In the indoor swimming pool as well, it echoes. It goes everywhere.
Belinda, is he also one to tell a sort of a story far too loud at a restaurant and to get everybody else's head turning?
Yeah. That's the one.
Especially with an accent. That'd stand out like an accent.
Let's go to Anne in Carringbar now. What did your auntie do at footy games, Anne?
Well, so the family legend goes, my auntie, who was a very protective person looking out for her little brother, would my father played for West Magpies back in the day. And he'd previously had his jaw broken in a football match, so that just made her more overprotective. And so if she didn't like the ruling of the ref, she'd wait until the end of the game, and as they were running back through underneath the tunnel at the end of the match, she'd drop a hot pie on his face.
Awesome.
Very aggressive.
Blind him up. Timing is everything.
Well, you've had a hot pie thrown into your face, and it hurts.
Yeah, it did. I got a burning meat all over my chin, all over the microphone. I was out in the middle of the ground. It's a great shot. Unfortunately, the guys in my ear were laughing too as I continued on for 2 minutes with pie all over my face.
My Auntie Trish's birthday yesterday as well.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Do you know what
Does she know?
How's this? I asked her, I said, "What'd you get up to?" I went down to the Portlanger Hotel. Who'd you go down with, Auntie Trish? I can't remember.
Oh, no.
But
By
she's had a
herself?
good
She
time.
goes, all the girls. I was down there with all the girls. She couldn't remember who she was down there
That's
with.
okay.
May have had a few.
Everyone was there.
Natalie in Glenwood, what did your mum do at the under-8s netball game?
So I was playing in an under-8 netball grand final, and I was playing goal defence, and I couldn't find anyone to throw the ball to. I threw it back to the goal shooter on the other team. They scored. They won. the buzzer went, and my mum's yelling at me, it was your fault they lost the game.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That's netball.
Wow.
That's netball for you, Nat.
Contact to your mum.
Lucky I went on to play for Australia, so it didn't scare me too much.
Well
Oh,
done,
good on you, Nat. Well
Good girl.
played.
Let's go to Lenny now in Woolloomooloo. You've got a story about your very supportive dad, Lenny.
Yeah, I'm a very overprotective dad. I went on a date with a guy. I was 14, he was 17. Our dads came with us, and we played a game of golf. And my father hates people swearing around women. And this boy was, every time he'd miss the ball, he'd, say the F this, And my dad goes, that's once. And he did it again. Then he goes, that's twice. And he did it again. So my father, full backhand swing, a golf club across his chest.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
He took to his chest with a golf club.
Full swing, straight across, backhander, straight across his chest.
What did the other dad do, Lenny?
Nothing. So he sort of, my dad tells the story and he goes, he realised what he's done. And the other father was walking towards him and he goes, oh, here we go. And the other father said, oh, he probably deserved that.
Oh, man. So
home life.
you married that guy, did you?
No.
Oh, so what, was that the end of the golf game, or did you guys make out and go to the movies, or what happened?
That was the end of the golf game. That was pretty much the end of the day.
Never
It's not
again.
about a new challenge for Holy Moly, I suppose. Is the shark coming back for Holy Moly as well, the television show?
I don't know. Is the Holy Moly coming back, is it?
It's
been gone.
Didn't do too well, did it?
It started well, got off to a big swing, and then it was like getting hit in the chest, I think,
done.
when the ratings went.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Has anyone seen the fire truck party bus that's going around Sydney at the moment?
I've been on one of those for a hen.
Serious?
Yeah, that
was-
fireman's pole is.
I had Lenny in the car on the weekend, Sarah,
Yeah.
and there was a
yeah.
hens night happening on the fire truck, and there was a fireman who, he was putting out a few flames.
It was getting hot in there. You know what? I saw your footage, and I didn't know that it wasn't a legitimate fire engine. I thought that somehow a female had snuck into the fire truck and was getting to know the fireman.
Well, this is the reaction that Lenny, my 9-year-old, had. This bloke, it's a hens, and there's a fireman giving her a lappy. Lenny, what is going on? You're not allowed to do that! Even Lenny was a bit confused. But then did say to me he wanted to be a fireman afterwards.
Yeah.
Well,
can
don't they
imagine
say smother the flame? Huh? That's how you get it to go out,
Right,
if you smother it. So he might have been trying to...
Throw a blanket over it, not your lap.
So there's a...
Get down low and go, 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 I think, says. It's one of the key messages as well.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
you had
is.
to be locked in, but it's basically a bus with an open roof on it. But so the girls were having such a great time. We were going down Oxford Street and they were going crazy. Everyone was having a look. Then I thought I'll go check out the website because you can do kids' parties there as well.
You don't want to get the kids in there after that because the fireman
Fair
that
bit
was
of Dettol.
in the footage, the fireman, he wasn't very safe. I mean, he didn't even have a T-shirt on, but he had his braces on, his
Yes.
sort of pants.
Well,
it
wear
says-
what you can. Authenticity is key.
That's true.
It says here for kids' parties, it says on the website all the fun things that the kids can do. It says fire pole dance party fun.
That's not a kids' party, mate.
Did you ever go on the party buses when you hit 18 and you would go around from pub to pub on a party bus?
I think I did it once.
It's the greatest time of your life.
It is.
I mean, when you look back now and you go, geez, they would have had to gurney that thing down every
then
weekend.
Everyone stops for a toilet break and there's just 20 blokes weeing against a fence.
Drinks going
on the side of the
everywhere.
road.
You're laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
You get off at a pub. You're in there for half an hour and then you got to
Back
jump
on the
back
bus. Someone's got their pants down and their bum against
Yep.
the window at the back.
Some girl always throws up in the
Someone
aisle.
spews, and then there's
Always.
vomit going every time the
Always.
bus driver hits the brakes. The
Yeah.
vomit goes forward, and man,
One thing it reinforced to me though was we're over COVID now. When I was watching those girls having such a good time, going, that guy, have a look at his hose. This is the greatest time of my life. I've gone, no masks. We're back.
One girl in that footage looked like a super spreader because she was coughing, and I thought she may have actually had COVID at the time.
Basic.
My gosh.
Isn't it?
This is coming from the
usually the
guy
group.
who's had a go at me about saying certain things about the Queen.
Oh, I didn't have a go at you, mate. I did not have a go at you. I just
No,
didn't
you
think...
can't say that. That's too morbid.
Okay, well, when you suggested that I bought a beautiful royal plate, and you
Okay,
suggested...
don't need to retell it. Let's not retell it.
It's
Boss
not
is
going...
in the office. He came past.
back
Tommy,
there.
I want to know how they.
Oh,
it's the-
okay.
no, the Queen. How the Queen's body. We're trying to work this out. How because people are going to be able to view. Obviously, you can't get close to it. But how do they keep it preserved the whole time?
Well, it would be on ice, but also you don't get to see her. She's covered in the flag and everything. So that's like even
So
if
it's
it's
just-
not.
But inside, you reckon that's a refrigerator inside that coffin?
I don't
don't
think it's... I
know.
mean, I don't think it's a little generator in there.
No. Wouldn't you have
Might
the
be
ice
ice.
packs under the?
I'm not sure.
Not the ones you get at Servo, like proper ones.
Maybe she's balmed.
Yeah.
That feels a bit weird,
Not really.
doesn't it?
What, like a mummy?
Well, some sort of wrapping. I mean, she would be in some royal cloth of a type. I haven't...
So can we get a professional on to tell us, Tom?
Yeah, we probably.
It does seem a bit morbid.
Yeah.
Matt
Oh, look,
Negro.
it's dark, but yeah, we'll give it a go.
Fitzy and funerals.
Not a bad U-turn on that talk break, to be totally honest with you.
Go down that road.
We moved on really quickly.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
How good is suburban cricket? You know, when you just get a wicket and everyone says, "How's that?" You know, there's nothing better than if you're driving past a suburban cricket game and yelling out of your window, "How's that?"
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. I mean, no, Tommy Ivey, our executive producer, was a really good leg spinner back in the day. Not many people know that.
Oh, how's that? Yeah,
Tom
it is-
was really good.
Yeah, thank you,
And
guys.
it comes with an honest question mark at the end. How's that? Seriously, guys, how is that?
I played for the Port Noarlunga Great White Sharks, we were called.
Yeah, right.
And
It's aggressive.
I was a pretty good bowler. The thing is, I used to bend my arm, Sarah, and then I got called a few no balls a few times for throwing the ball
Yeah,
when I
that's
was
a bit
playing
baseball.
in junior cricket. Unless Mick Fitzgerald was the umpire, he would never call it. I remember one day I was opening the batting, and I nicked. It was a full nick. I nicked it to first slip. Like, it deviated that much that it went past the wicketkeeper and went to first slip out. Dad said I didn't hear anything.
Are you kidding?
He
Didn't
said,
hear anything.
he
How
said,
did
I
it get
didn't hear-
there?
I said, how? And everyone's
Just
going,
swung.
how did it get to first slip? And he
How
goes,
did it get there?
It's just, it swung. It's an outswinger. It was just
I love-
That used to happen. What was your mate's name? Timmy Boston.
Timmy Boston.
What happened to Timmy? Because he was given out one
Matty
day.
de Groot knows the rules. When you're umpiring your own team, the rule is no one gives anyone out LBW. do they?
LBW is
No.
a dog act. If
It's-
you gave your own team out dog, either you just didn't like the bloke,
Right.
or you didn't want to go back to the
So
shed.
it's fair enough to crack it.
Well, Wally Smith was umpiring, and Timmy Boston was given LBW, and he came in, and Tim was yelling. We could hear him in the change rooms, just yelling, "Everybody knows the rule.
Yeah.
You do not give your mates out LBW." He was so angry that he then proceeded to try and leave a gift in Wally Smith's the driver's seat of his car.
Ah.
But unfortunately, it wasn't the time to do it. So he was there for about an hour, popped a couple of veins in his head.
And did everything he could.
It's just crazy. Suburban cricket is the best. So this happened over the weekend, and they're saying this is the stereotypical Australian sound of the summer. Okay, so you've got to listen very carefully because this is a great shot.
A great shot.
It goes for 6.
Sends it straight back over the bowler's head. Absolutely pogoed him. It was a monster shot.
It's a monster shot, but then Australia, it comes in. Have a listen to this full clip.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love too?
Into someone's house.
When the two batters meet and he's just still giving him a fist pump. Great work, mate.
You know what? The guy is right. Who does pay for that?
Well, it'd be insured. Manly Oval is a great example. It's a really small ground, and Sydney Road, is it, at the
On the
far
corner
end?
there, yeah.
Yeah, and if you hit it and flush it, you smash it into the buildings on either side. The windows on both sides are hammered.
The shops.
Jeff Thompson once bowled a ball that bounced. It was a bouncer that hit the building on the far side on the full. That's how short it is.
Wow.
And so it is covered by insurance, but people get furious.
Of course.
And you go, you bought the house next to the cricket ground.
Exactly right.
Who's going to pay for that?
It's like people who live on golf courses.
Well, MDG, when we played at Wallara there became a few issues.
It's just that second between when you hit it and everything just pauses in silence when you wait for the bang.
Yep.
Is it the bang of a brick? Is it the bang of glass? Is it a
And
car?
then you walk off really quickly.
Or the squeal of a human?
There's nothing better when you're at square leg though, and you do see it hit a car. You do have a chuckle to yourself, don't you?
I was playing in DY, and this lovely old lady was walking a dog around the boundary.
Oh, you didn't.
And just, that was short and wide, bam. Slapped it for 6. Don't worry about it. But you just see it tracking towards this old bird.
No.
And it's just going, oh, this is inevitable. Cleaned her up.
Oh,
down she goes.
See, that's-
Where did it hit her?
It hit her on the hip, on the left hip.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hit an old bloke playing golf once, and he very quickly hit him in the back, sort of between the shoulder blades. He very quickly looked up, thinking a branch may have fallen or something like that. And then I went over to him, and he was sort of hands on knees, bent over, and I said, "Mate, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And he said, "Jesus Christ, I thought I'd been shot."
And it was mini golf as well. Which was
That was just putt-putt for fun.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Fitzy and Whipper's Last Man Standing is now worth
Maybe I'm a cast type.
10K.
Wow. With the Queen's passing on Friday, we thought we'd hold off on Last Man Standing. Josephine from Wetherall Park, the carryover champ, is here. Welcome, Josephine.
Hi, guys.
Josephine,
Thanks for having me.
what a roller coaster for you. I mean, you thought you were going to be on for Fridays. The Thursday night was sleepless. Then over the weekend, did you polish up?
sleep.
You didn't sleep at all. I tell you when you didn't sleep also, because you just showed me outside a photo of you and I from our back-to-school formal in 2019, and you did not sleep that night either, Josephine.
Not at all. We partied.
You've got your cheer squad here today, haven't you?
I do. I've got my back towards them. I can't look at them because
3 kids.
they've got their puppy dog eyes.
How funny.
What's the age range of your kids?
So the eldest is she'll be turning 8,
Yeah.
and the youngest is 2. The boss. The boss is 2.
The boss is
So
2.
they've got no idea if Mum's about to win $10,000. They've got no idea. All right, you're up against Julia from Austral. Good morning, Jules.
Morning, guys.
Jules, great to have you in the studio. This
Thanks
is the
for
first
having
time
me.
you've played Last Man Standing.
No, I've played before and I didn't win.
Okay. Today could be the day.
What do you do with yourself, love? What do you do for work?
So I work for a solar company and I just do scheduling for installers.
Okay. Well, the big question is $10,000. What happens? How do you spend it?
A lot of bills I'd be paying off.
Boring, yep. What about shopping and partying?
Grocery shopping, yes.
Shopping. No, treat
Julia.
yourself.
All right, this is the deal.
Okay.
Josephine's the carryover champ. She goes first, 60 seconds on the clock. If she gets one wrong, power goes over to Julia. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds takes home $10,000. If you don't, the runner-up, Urban Swan, $500 to spend at Urban Swan, where you can book the ultimate date night ranging from food, wellness and adventure experiences. Let's do this.
Are we ready to go? Are you ready to go, big
ready
guy?
to go. Here we
Easy
go.
questions this morning for a Monday.
Okay, Josephine, your 60 seconds starts now. A fedora is a type of what?
Pass.
It's a hat. Over to Julia. Julia, what coffee order is commonly shortened to CAP?
Cappuccino.
That is correct. True or false? Uluru is taller than the Eiffel Tower.
False.
No, it's true. Back to Josephine. Which breed of dog did Queen Elizabeth II famously own?
Corkies.
Yes. Who is the director of the new film Don't Worry, Darling?
Steven Spielberg.
No, Olivia Wilde. Back to Julia. AirPods are a product from which
Apple.
tech company? Apple is correct. Who is older, Kourtney or Kim Kardashian?
Courtney.
Kourtney is correct. The Mona Lisa was painted by which artist?
Pass.
Leonardo da Vinci. Over to you, Josephine. The Mona Lisa. What is the 6th letter of the English alphabet?
F.
Yes. Finesse O'Connell is the brother of which famous music artist?
Pass.
It's Billie Eilish. Back to Julia. What does the Q in Qantas stand for?
Pass.
It's over to you, Josephine.
Oh my gosh! That was intense. We had a last-minute pass from Julia.
Julia went back to hope
my
to get it
gosh.
back. The Q in Qantas stands for Queensland. Josephine, you've got
Oh wow! You've got $10,000.
Look, the kids have got no idea. Josephine, what does that mean for the family? 10 grand.
I really want to treat the kids. They've been so well during this whole COVID crap. So we've promised them. We said we want to take them on holidays to treat them. So.
Oh, where are you going? Did you say we're off to Fiji?
We're off to Fiji.
Hey, well done. And well done to you as well, Julia. Congratulations. Urban Swan delivers unique and exciting date night experiences at Insider Prices. Book your next date night right now. Congratulations. Well done, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Julia. Well done.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. The tributes have continued for the Queen over the weekend. Daniel Craig sharing quite a cute moment that he had with Queen Elizabeth II, where she made a joke at his expense. Now, he's referring here to their time together when they filmed that skit for the 2012 Olympics.
Very funny. Really? Very funny. Wants to crack a joke and cracked a joke about me. We're having our photographs taken and she just went, oh no, he's the one that doesn't smile. Fair enough.
That's nice. Yeah, nice crack. What are the corgis like in private? Are they...
I was rolling around on the floor with them most of the time. Yeah.
That's good.
I mean, they're just there and there's I think they have their own footman.
Wow, says Daniel Craig giving more than one-word answers in an interview.
Crazy.
Something new.
What did he go on, Sarah? Where was that?
He was on The Late Show, with Stephen Colbert, because he's promoting Knives Out too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which he's doing a lot of press for at
And
the
I can't
moment.
believe I remember that from the Olympics, and the Queen actually skydived.
She did, but
That was
the thing
extraordinary.
Was, apparently, when they were making the guy who wrote that skit, he said the other day that he didn't write any lines for the Queen in that because he just had Daniel speaking, because he said, I didn't quite know how you write the Queen and how much she wanted to be involved. Apparently, when they started, she then said, how come I don't have any lines? So they wrote one in for her. I think she just says, hello, Mr. Bond, let's go, or something.
Well, no, there was one of the representatives from the Middle Eastern countries who actually went to who was the Prime Minister at the time? Theresa May. She's told this story. Went over to her really concerned and said, is she okay?
From the
they actually
skydive.
thought that the Queen skydived in the pink dress.
Actually believed
and
it.
said, is the Queen okay? We're really worried about her.
Oh, how sweet. Well, they
phenomenal.
They didn't think she would want to do any of it, so they had actors because they only
Ready to
showed the
go.
back, and she said, no, I'll do all of this. Obviously not the skydiving.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
And
bit of fun.
they've stopped filming, have they?
The Crown, yeah.
The Crown?
The Netflix have confirmed they've put it on pause.
She was also in the Henderson Kids. She was a great actor.
I don't think she was.
Over the weekend as well, the Venice Film Festival closed, and a lot of stars wearing black on the red carpet out of respect, including Cate Blanchett. And this isn't a story that is brand new, but I just love, and it has started to go viral again given what's been going on. It's actually about Prince Philip. So Cate Blanchett was invited to Buckingham Palace for lunch and sat down next to Prince Philip.
There were 12 of us, and I couldn't work out for the life of me why I'd been invited. I played Queen Elizabeth and sitting next to her, and I thought, well, maybe she's seen the movie and wants to ask me about my interpretation. And I sat next to him, and he said, oh, I hear you're an actor. I said, yeah, that's right. He said, well, I was given a DVD player for Christmas, and I can't work out whether I put the green cord or the red cord. And I said, well, sir, it's not my area of expertise. I thought he's invited me for lunch to tell him how he's making DVD.
Could you plug it in for me?
You would want to sit next to him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Rather than her, probably.
He'd settle in, wouldn't
Yeah.
he? He'd be great at a long lunch.
Oh, absolutely. Finally, some very exciting baby news over the weekend. We were talking before about Sunrise's Sam Mack. He had a beautiful baby girl, Margot. But also Sammy Frost has announced not only we knew she was engaged, but she is expecting a baby.
Oh, that's great news.
Yeah.
Well done, Frosty.
Yeah, with her fiancé, Geordie.
Love that.
Congratulations.
The Fitzy and Whipper podcast.
Online dating is a bit of fun. Not for me. I'm married. Sarah, you have some experience flirting on apps.
Yeah, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Bumble.
Oh, my God, you went through
When you guys signed me up
so
for
many.
RSVP, remember that? And then you went through and picked...
How'd we go?
Well, I went on some dates with some very
Older man.
different people. Remember when you put my number on telegraph poles
That's
around
right.
Sydney?
That was good fun, yeah. Hey, you know, it's a fun thing to do if you've got a friend on a dating app and you're out for lunch to take over their phone and just act as them for a little bit.
It's so much
Yeah.
fun.
Oh, mate, it's
Lols.
crazy. And I'll do it, mate.
So you make out you're them.
That's exactly right.
No way.
And I'll write, hey, what's going on? Meet me here and stuff. And they don't even know. And we're all laughing.
Crazy.
I'll do that, mate. I don't give a stuff.
How do they...
I'm loose. I'm rogue.
Is Ashton Kutcher around? Is it a bit of a...
Punked, yeah, like
Yeah.
punked. Oh, it's loose. But that's me, mate.
I
Keep
know.
up if you can.
I know. You're the man who orders triple yogurt on a Friday, mate.
Yeah, I will.
You're
Sure.
crazy.
I'll have the granola, but yeah, triple the yogurt.
Sil wrote that song Crazy after you.
I think he did. Let's talk about a friend of ours. I'm not going to mention her name, but it's Lou. And she used to work here and loves the dating app. What I didn't realise with Hinge was that you can ask a question or they can select from a range of questions to answer. And Hinge is the one where I think the girl has to make contact with the guy.
Maybe.
Well, that's
No,
Bumble.
that's Bumble.
Sorry, guys,
Yeah.
I completely
So
stuffed
sorry.
that. I'll cancel that account.
Pretending you don't know how it works.
This is pre-recorded. Can we go from the top?
Whoa.
All right, here we go, guys.
Is this a prank in itself? Or
Let's start again. Anyway, what's great about Hinge, guys, as I was just saying, is you can actually leave a voice message. So whatever you want to do, you can say it and put it into words, or maybe sing, or maybe tell a joke or something like that, to try and impress the person. What's great is Lou's flicked through a couple of attempts to impress that she's received in recent times. So I thought we'd go through a couple this morning, just three beauties. You let me know, sort of in this situation. Also says if any of them grab your attention.
Sure. Yep.
Let's go with bloke number one. He's got an absolute zinger to go for. Here we go.
Yeah, the one thing I'd like to know about you is, do you pick up your banana peels and put them in the bin? Because my housemate, she doesn't. She always leaves them hanging around, and I'm always freaking slipping over. Whoa!
Oh.
It is.
I like that.
Commitment to a joke
That's
with a
good
sound
gear.
effect.
Does he use that with all of them? Like, is that just a...
It feels standard.
Right, yes.
He may. You reckon he's flirting with that joke a fair bit?
doesn't
Banana
feel
peels is
tailored.
funny.
Dangerous territory saying that he lives with a woman as well.
Really good question,
Well
Fitz.
picked up, Fitz.
Yeah, that's the one thing I picked up.
I think he discovered the sound effect before he came up with the banana story and just went, this is going to be so funny. If I can make a girl laugh, she'll love me forever.
Oh, points for effort.
Yeah, I agree, says. This next one, you tell me if this is a turn on.
Dating me is like, when you've had a very long and tough day at work, and when you get home, you realise you had leftover pizza. And yeah, that's me.
So you're a little bit off and dangerous to
you're
eat?
as hung as a dog and you're running for the bowl.
That's...
I mean, that's hot. I like that. Everybody, it's like finding a note in the pocket of your jacket.
He's that wet fish, that guy.
Huh?
Oh, sexy voice.
That sexy voice, and
Yeah.
everybody loves pizza.
Come on.
How do you not want more of that?
Didn't sound enthusiastic at
No,
all.
he didn't.
Oh, my God.
Took forever to tell a story as well.
I quite like it. You'd be on a date. I'm thinking about ordering entree.
No, I'm married to a pauser. It's very annoying.
Oh, are you?
Trying to show off your personality a bit more, or is it...
You don't like cold pizza?
Well, isn't it like traffic dating, where it's like, hi, my name's Ryan.
Yeah, be a bit more peppy, a bit more
Yeah.
salesy with it. Like, these are my benefits, not I'm like an old pizza.
I thought it was quite a turn on. Let's listen to this guy because not only...
Of course you did.
Not only...
I'm an old
Oh my
pizza
God!
whippers in.
How much have you got? Family size? A wine? All right, kiss me. Shut up and kiss me, you fool.
Simpsons reference.
It
Don't
was,
do it.
you got it.
Don't do it. I'm not into The Simpsons, mate. It's too old. This is awesome, this one, because not only is this a common interest that people obviously enjoy, but also you can hear there's a level of concern and care. Have a listen.
Still quite new to Hinge, but I've noticed a lot of prompts about coffee. And so this is just your reminder to make sure you're drinking enough water. Hydration is something I'm very passionate about.
Shut up and kiss me.
How serious is that guy?
Oh my gosh! Come on, you've got to get. So that's his one. That's basically his. That's his audition, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. But are you not interested in hydration?
The most impressive thing about me is my concern for your water consumption.
Well, I must admit, I mean, hydrated's good for your skin, makes you feel better
So
about
now
yourself.
you're on board.
Gets your organs functioning.
Yeah, and I mean, he would run up to somebody who's having coffee at a cafe, just make sure they have a glass of water next.
Water
He's
boy.
that kind of carer.
How long has Lou and he been going out for?
3 months now. So congratulations on finding love, Lou. We're absolutely wrapped for you, and you're nicely hydrated.
Well done.
The Fitzy and Whipper Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.